Greetings my absolutely adequate viewers. Nobody talks about this game, but for me, it occupies a special place in my gamer heart as it was one of the first games I ever played, Overlord. A fantasy game with interesting concepts that failed due to its specific setting and casualness. A comedy game about an evil guy who doesn't lift a finger but still conquers the world using minions. A puzzle game that shows you the evil from a different side. It's an old game from 2007 that still makes me and other gamers replay it at least once a year. The time has finally come and I'm about to launch it for one more time. Let this game be the first one I am making video about. There are specific moments that cause nostalgia happen in my brain, like this intro soundtrack. I'll be playing it on legendary difficulty because, come on, I've been playing it forever. The game's plot begins by minions finding our protagonist in some sort of coffin, dressing him up in evil armor and calling him the Master. Then there is a tutorial in which the minion master Null teaches us how to summon minions. They are our main force and will do everything we command them to. After that we go into fresh air to stretch muscles by beating the local jester up and get used to controlling minions.
I think the Sleeping Beauty's a little rusty.
When the not funny one is beaten, Null gets us familiar with our tower and the story before we woke up. Some heroes have destroyed it and murdered the last Overlord, so now our main objective is to kill the heroes and re-establish our dark domain. But firstly we have to retrieve the tower heart as it's our main source of energy for teleportation. That will be our first step in our path. Some energy is still left, so we teleport to a location called Mellow Hills, which is an idyllic, green and very beautiful place. Here we find out about the 4 types of minions, and that only browns are available at the moment. They are the most violent, tough, and in my play, the most ones in my horde. In order to summon minions, we need a resource called Life Force, which is like a minion soul. We can gain it from almost every living creature, for example sheep.
All they do is chew grass until something kills them.
This something is us, of course. The amount of minions in our horde is limited to 5 now, but it will be significantly increased in the future. After summoning more guys, we can remove an obstacle and meet a poor farmer who complains about pumpkins.
Oh! Halflings took over my farm! Tied me up in the sun to scare the birds! Now, those pumpkins are plotting against poor Bob. They want revenge for all the pies I made, and the soup, and the jelly, and the ice cream. I hear the pumpkins whispering at night. But I won't leave my farm to the halflings. Oh no, they're worse than the pumpkins. Please help get Bob's farm back. Oh.
In order to help the farmer, we have to destroy his farm completely, so the halfling comes out. We kill this little fat bastard, and the farmer warns us that there are more of them in a nearby village called Spree. We will need to explore this interesting village. Also, the minions will break any stuff on their way and get equipment from it, even pumpkins. And from the gameplay perspective, it's a really nice decision and it's so satisfying to see them crushing everything. We kill more halflings on the way to the village and see that they emit black clouds as they die. It's evil energy that is contained in all evil creatures. Anyway, we finally found the tower heart among pumpkins and we return it through the gates we've used to arrive here. The energy is restored and now we can teleport to wherever and whenever we want. Plus, we've got a piece of a column that increases the amount of minions we can control at once by 5, and an artifact that allows us to cast fireballs. Null notices that there are lots of such artifacts spread across the world, and we obviously do want to get them. Also, we would need a crane to start repairing the tower, so we teleport to the hills again. Now that we have 10 minions, we can remove an obstacle we couldn't earlier and say hi to the villagers.
Halflings approaching, get ready!
Hang on, those ain't halflings. Look at the one with the helmet.
Could be 2 halflings holding up some armour. Yeah, I bet that's it. I don't trust those sneaky little what's names.
Maybe you're right. Here, fruit.
Basically, they won't trust us until we free their mates from a slave camp nearby. We don't have anything else to do, so why not? We're here for expansion and conquering. There are halflings in the field that we can set on fire, a very useful technique actually.
More halflings. Joust them!
Throughout the game, it'll also give us choices to make. For example, now teaches us that we can kill innocents as it will make our character stronger. But if we let them live, we can make some profit of their gratitude. Now, I don't really understand this game feature, because even by getting 100% evil, the Overlord doesn't get stronger, only richer and more hated by everyone. If you know something that I don't, you can write it down in the comments. I might be wrong. Personally, I'm not killing anyone. I was evil all the previous playthroughs, so I'm gonna see what will happen if our Overlord is good. Next we encounter a blood pit and a mana pit. These things will restore some of our health and mana in exchange for some of our minions. You are gonna use this on legendary difficulty, because there's no way you can survive the enemy's onslaught in certain cases. They're just too strong. Nevertheless, we fight some more halflings and rotate a wheel to enter the slave camp. It's a location where we fight halflings, use peasants to fight halflings, and a fighting troll. After the victory, we find the crane and free the peasants. Now they should let us in the humble village. They do, but despite that we've saved them, they need their help again. Halflings stole all their food, and who else would save them if not us? Again, we're not really against the idea, especially because it's an opportunity to crush halflings and also because people promise to pay us.
Full tummies for us equals fuller pockets for you, if you get my drift.
As we walk around the village, we also learn about Spree Castle, something hidden by halflings on the hill, and the mysterious lady. However, the Overlord plot thinks the food for humans is more important, so we have to get it done first, otherwise we can't progress further. Now we're fighting through halfling territory and also see that they've got a party. That's impermissible, because why are y'all happy? Nowadays sullen faces and depression are trendy. We're going to interrupt it, but the gates are closed, so we have to ransack their homes first. I've also recently found a magical artifact that slows down an opponent when casted. The most useless spell in the game though. We're inside, and as you may notice, the design of their houses look very familiar to the Lord of the Rings fans. It's immediately obvious what inspired the developers. And in general, they initially wanted to make a dark fantasy game humorous. This is another cool highlight of this game. As for this location, well, we kill everything that moves and find another minion disc. Yes, these cylinders are called discs. It leads into the second part where there are more halflings and even cooks. But we deal with them and find the provisions. The peasants are already waiting for us to give them food, and this is the first must-do choice we have to make in this game. We can give the food, or we can kill the witnesses. My decision is to give them the food, because I'm a pacifist this time, and as you remember, they said they're gonna pay us. However, this message gives us a light hint of what the peasants actually are. As you might understand, they have paid us a whole 0 gold. It's the one decision I actually hate making in this game. Anyway, now the gates leading to the party are open, and we finally encounter our first in-game boss, Melvin Underbelly. It would be a crime to not tell you that all the bosses in the game represent the 7 deadly sins. In this case, as you can see, it's gluttony. We don't have an opportunity to fight him right now, instead we are being sieged by his infantry. It's also the first case in my playthrough when I use the blood pit, as I play on legendary and half idiots flipping hurt now. But we kill all of them quickly and follow the fat guy. Here we find reds being exploited to light up fires in the kitchen. And yes, the main building in Halfling Kingdom is the kitchen. And I know you're tired of hearing the word halfling. Don't worry, I'll not say it ever again. Here's the king and our first boss fight.
Melvin ain't so small now.
He obviously tries to fight back, jumps on his tummy and rolls like a bowling ball, but minions are breaking his face really fast. And Overlord has the honor to do the last hit.
That is concentrated evil, sire. It accumulates in those of an especially evil disposition.
Popped like a balloon. Melvin's dead, so now we can free our red friends, retrieve their hive and burn the rest of the fatties. I think I can smell burnt pork through the monitor. After the red's hive is returned, we can teleport home. At home we see another nice feature of this game. Our actions have a real impact on the world. For example, the tower has changed the way it looks, and peasants are offering us more of their sheep as gratitude. It's nice to see the consequences of your decisions in such an old game. By the way, now we have unlocked the dungeon, which is like an arena where we can fight against enemies we've already defeated.
And the Overlord bites the dust, that's all.
However, it's not time to rest. We've got lots of other stuff to do. For example, we would need to find out what the hell is going on in the Elven Forest Evernight, as our people are complaining about it.
These roots? Oh, I've never seen anything like it.
The forest now grows into farmers' fields, meaning something is not okay there, and it's our responsibility to protect our lands. One of these morons has set the forest on fire, but we can access it now using our reds, who are really good at putting out fire. However, what will happen next in the forest you will find out in the next video, fellas! I do really hope you've enjoyed the video. You can even show some activity under it. And also, leave some commentaries so I know. Do you like this game? Should I continue making videos about it? Or should I better go to work in construction? I will be really glad to read through. That's it for today. See you later.